Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Trade Talk. This time it is with the New York Red Bulls. And now, I know many of you out there may not know who the Red Bulls are. They are, if you cannot tell already, a professional soccer team or football team in MLS, which is in America. And I know they may say New York, it says right there, New York, but they are actually located in Harrison, New Jersey. The Red Bulls, they finished first place in the entire league last season, winning the Supporters Shield. And then they went on into the MLS Cup playoffs, but fell in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Columbus Crew. The Columbus Crew eventually fell in the MLS Cup final to the Portland Timbers, for them winning with them now winning MLS Cup. The Red Bulls are here because they transferred a defender, center back, who's 20 years old, nice young kid, Matt Miazga, to Chelsea FC, who they are not a member of MLS. They are in England, in the Barclays Premier League, probably the biggest soccer league in the world. Or as they, again, would say, it is football. They transfer him over there for $5 million is what we get back for him. I think it's a pretty decent sum of money. He was 69 rated, 69, but 69 rated in FIFA 16 this year. At the start of the game, he may have went up, he may have went down, I don't know. But yeah, he's a pretty solid player. He got called up to the United States men's national team. Congrats to him for that. But so the Red Bulls sell him. I think the reason behind us selling him is because his contract was going to expire at the end of this year, and he had not made any interest to re-sign with the club. So I think by doing this, it's a smart move. Just getting him back, not getting him back, getting rid of him while his value is still high. Because, they could have waited a little longer to next year, to the middle of next year during the next transfer window. But if they waited longer, either A, his value would have decreased tremendously and they wouldn't have gotten $5 million. They probably would have gotten like $3.5 million, which, isn't that great. They would have gotten about that much. Or his value would have tremendously increased. And the Red Bulls are a playoff team. If his value increases a lot and he becomes pretty solid, or even more solid than he was before, then if Miazga's value increases tremendously, then, he's playing really well for the Red Bulls right now. And when they would transfer him, it would be in the middle of the year. So it's like taking one of your best defenders and just saying, oh, bye, and you wouldn't have anybody to replace him unless they sign somebody in that transfer window that can be just as good, if not better than him at playing center back, which they may or may not do. But I think it was a smart decision to get him out now. And he expressed a desire to go to Chelsea FC, to go to the Premier League. What I think Chelsea are going to do with him, I think they're going to keep him for the rest of the year because they're not going to loan him because John Terry has expressed a desire to leave the club at the end of his contract. So, So they're going to be having a lack of defenders with him going, being their captain, their veteran center back. And now bringing in Miazga, bringing in some nice youth. He's on the U.S. national team. He's a solid player. You bring him in, you have some more depth. They probably won't use Miazga. He'll probably just kind of be a second-team player, like a reserve player. But you never know. And what they might be able to do with him is loan him out next year to a team more like in the Football League Championship or Football League 1, where he would be starting and playing all the time and then growing and getting better and then maybe becoming around 75, 76 rated, then selling him back to like the MLS or something. Maybe coming back to the Red Bulls, but they'll try and make a profit on it. Instead of selling him for $5 million, they'll probably sell him for $7, $8 million. But by then he'd be like 21, 22. 75 at 22, still very, very good, but just not as good as before. Alright, so who do I think is getting the better end of the deal? Red Bulls getting $5 million, Chelsea getting Matt Miazga. I mean, I've seen Matt Miazga play live. I've watched him a lot on TV. He's a great player, but I mean, I would have to say, I think Chelsea's getting the better end of the deal because the Red Bulls are only getting $5 million. That $5 million alone, plus wages, is probably not going to buy you another Matt Miazga or somebody along the lines of a Matt Miazga. Yeah, Chelsea, they're getting him. I mean, I don't think they really need him. Like, he's not going to be a starting player. They might need him for depth purposes. I think the point of getting Miazga is just the depth purposes and to maybe make a potential profit on Matt Miazga. So like I said earlier, instead of selling him for 5, sell him for 7.5 or something, make money. That's what Chelsea's going to try to do with Matt Miazga. And Chelsea, they need to start doing something right. They are not doing too hot in the Premier League. The champions are sitting in, last time I checked, 13th place, I think. So, yeah. So my winner is Chelsea FC. I would like to thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.